Aloha, y'all. Daniel Aaron here, your guide to vibrant living, coming to you from the yoga swing in the midst of a pretty exciting time in my own personal life, not just mine. There are a bunch of us that are saying, hey, here we are. It's November. For us at the Art of Vibrant Living HQ, it's the month of rituals, habits, positive actions to create vibrant living. It's also, in financial terms, the last quarter of the year in calendar terms. And for some of us, that begs the question, how am I going to finish this year? Who am I going to become when I go into next year? Who do I want to be? So, as some of y'all have seen in recent videos, I've taken on some challenges, right? I'm doing a powerful twice-a-day meditation, deep meditation challenge. I am in the complaint-free challenge for the third time in my life, and I am on day one. Once again, day one. I got up to day three, but I'm back to day one. And I took on a push-up challenge, which it's a little bit more complicated than that. It's 100 push-ups a day, and there's more to it. And I found this challenge, just happened to be looking at YouTube, and this dude, Chris, popped up. And cool looking dude, 100 push-ups a day. I was like, oh, I wonder, could I take on another challenge right now? And I looked at that, and then I saw his very articulate expression of what the challenge is about and the benefits of it, and I thought, why not? Why not? Let's do it, right? And so I've been into it now for, I don't know, 6 weeks, something like that, and you can tell, right, because I'm just ripped. No, I'm not doing it to get ripped. I'm doing it so that I can feel stronger, feel like I am growing. And that's really the point of all the challenges, is to overcome our limited self, our limited beliefs, our past, to grow. Because if you're not growing, you're dying. If you're not challenging yourself, your spirit is languishing in some ways. So I encourage y'all to check it out. Maybe it'll resonate for you like it did for me. Maybe you got some other kind of challenge that you want to invite in your own life. In either case, check out what Chris has to say. I think you'll dig it. Thanks for tuning in, y'all. Aloha.
What's up? It's Chris Heria. Welcome to another vlog. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do 100 push-ups a day. But before I show you how, I want to talk about why it's so effective. The push-up is the fundamental exercise for all pushing exercises, building strength and muscle mass in your chest, triceps, and shoulders while simultaneously engaging your lower back and your core. And not only will you develop more strength and definition in those muscle groups, but you'll be improving your overall pushing motion, which can be translated into all other pushing exercises, allowing you to lift heavier and also move on to harder progressions, evolving your push-up to an elevated push-up, to a clapping push-up, and eventually to full planche push-ups. So not only are push-ups super effective at building strength and muscle, but they can also be done anywhere, as they take absolutely no equipment to do them and barely any space at all. And regardless of whatever sport you're into, whether it be bodybuilding, powerlifting, boxing, or bodyweight training, push-ups are always part of every professional athlete's workout regimen for a good reason. Now, I really started to see the best results when I increased my frequency and started doing 100 push-ups at least 4 times a week, almost every single day. I started making it a habit to do it as soon as I would wake up, and that helped me build more discipline, making it a lot easier to commit to. And at first, 100 push-ups to me did seem like a lot, and I couldn't do that many in a row. So to start off, I would do 10 sets of 10 different variations of push-ups, totaling 100 push-ups. But with the different variations, I was also able to strengthen different parts of my chest, different parts of my triceps, core, and other areas throughout my body, using different angles as well and applying different amounts of weight. And of course, some push-up variations were harder than others, and that helped me to increase my endurance and build my repetitions. And once I was able to do so, I started doing 20 push-ups in a row instead of 10, and I started to do 5 sets instead of 10. Both ways, still doing 100 push-ups, but by decreasing the amount of sets and increasing the amount of repetitions, we're decreasing the rest time and increasing the time under tension for each set, building way more strength and endurance and getting a lot more blood flowing to the muscles versus just doing 10 reps of 10 sets. So we're going to use this method to increase our repetitions and eventually making it super easy to do 100 push-ups every morning. Once you're able to do 5 sets of 20 push-ups, you could then move on to 4 sets of 25 push-ups, 3 sets of 33 push-ups, 2 sets of 50 push-ups, closer and closer to 100 every time. After you can do 50-50, try 60-40, 70-30, 80-20, eventually you'll hit 100 in a row. And by that time, you would have developed some significant muscle definition and insane pushing strength. Now, I mentioned before that I only do this about 4 times a week, almost every single day. And the reason for that is because I don't want to overdo my pushing muscles and create an imbalance. I want my pushing to be just as strong as my pulling. So it's actually just as important to start working on your pull-ups almost every single day as well. That's currently what I'm doing. If I'm going to do 100 push-ups, I do 100 pull-ups to pair it with it as well. It's super important to train your antagonist muscles. It's actually going to make your muscles even stronger as well as prevent injury. But if you're just starting off and doing push-ups and pull-ups might be too much volume for you in one day, you can always just start off doing 1 day push-ups, 1 day pull-ups. Just don't forget to give your body a couple days to rest as well, because your muscles do need time to recover, to grow back thicker and stronger. And for those of you that are going to be working out your pull-ups as well, you can break it down the same way. Start off with 10 sets of 10, then eventually move on to 5 sets of 20, and so forth, just like the push-ups. And of course, pull-ups, you're using a lot more of your body weight, so it is going to be harder. You can always start off using Australian pull-ups or an easier progression of the pull-ups and use some of those repetitions to count towards the 100 pull-ups that you'll be doing. So with that said, if you're ready to get started with 100 push-ups, we're going to be doing them together. All you're going to need is to download the Hario Pro app in the App Store or Google Play Store. Open up to the YouTube workout section. You should find this routine. You're ready to get started. We're going to start from the very beginning. We're going to be doing 10 push-up variations for 10 repetitions, totaling 100 push-ups. And the more you do this, eventually you only need to do 5 of these exercises for 20 reps, 4 of the exercises for 25, and so forth until you reach 100. Now, if you're watching and you're a beginner, don't feel discouraged. Every single push-up variation we're going to do, there's always going to be an alternative beginner variation that you can do. Every single one of these exercises can be done on an elevated surface, and depending on the angle will decrease the amount of body weight and resistance used on this exercise, making it easier virtually for anyone to be able to do. Just choose an elevated surface with an angle that's going to challenge you, and you're good to go. Now, the very first set we're going to get into is going to be some good old-fashioned push-ups. So let's get down on the ground and make sure we have perfect form with this move so that all other moves will be perfect as well. So we want our hands shoulder width apart, and we want our fingertips aligned with the tip of our shoulders. And you want to be straight with your core tight, the tip of your toes to your shoulders, chin up. We're going to come all the way down, press all the way right back up. Now, you don't want your elbows too tucked in, and you don't want your elbows too flaring out either. You want to be making like an airplane angle. All right, there we have it. First set, 10 push-ups. When you're doing any variation of push-ups, you want to make sure that you have a really tight grip on the ground and you're squeezing your core and your hips are not dropped too low or pushed up too high. So we have 10 push-ups down, 90 to go. The next push-up variation we're going to get into is going to be wide push-ups. So let's go take a wide hand position, fingertips out. We're going to come down to our chest, right back up, arms straight, locked out. Full range of motion, core tight, chin up. All right, there we have the next variation. All these variations are going to be working, again, different areas of your triceps, chest, and shoulders as well. Now moving on to the next variation, we're going to be going for 10 diamond push-ups. If you can't make the diamond shape, just put your hands as close together as possible. And if this move is too difficult, just do it on an elevated surface. All right, so there we have it. That's 30 push-ups already down. We only have 70 left. Now we're gonna increase the difficulty a little bit. Next exercise we're gonna get into is gonna be explosive push-ups. And again, if this is too difficult, you can always do it on an elevated surface. So we're gonna come all the way down, push as hard as you can, and come off the ground. You don't have to come off the ground if you can't, but you really wanna explode every single repetition, giving it maximum power. All right, and there we have it. 40 down, 60 left. Moving into the 5th push-up variation, we're gonna go for side to side push-ups. Let's get down on the ground. We're gonna go for a push-up. Go to one side, go to the other. there we have it. 50 push-ups left. Next set we're gonna get into is gonna be clapping push-ups. And this push-up variation is gonna force us to push higher and use more power with every single rep. So let's go ahead, take it down to the floor. If this is too difficult, do it on an elevated surface. We're gonna push as hard as we can, clap, come back down. All right, there we have clapping push-ups. Next, we're gonna be getting into archer push-ups. And keep in mind that every single one of these push-up variations have their own difficulty level, engage the muscles differently, and have their own amount of resistance as well. And with these archer push-ups, we're gonna be having more body weight onto each limb than before with 2 limbs. So if we're going a bit too fast, go ahead and take a moment to catch your breath. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Let's make it down to the floor. You can always choose to do this on an elevated surface. We're gonna come down, keeping one arm straight. Come all the way back up. Go to the other side. You wanna be emphasizing with only one arm. The other arm is just for support. All right. There we have archer push-ups. We're almost there, so we're gonna finish off strong. The next exercise we're gonna get into is gonna be open and closed push-ups. If it's too difficult to do on the floor, again, do it on an elevated surface. So I'm gonna start with the diamond, or you can start wide, whichever you prefer. You're gonna come down. If you can explode into open, that's perfect. If not, you can totally just walk it out. That's fine too. Let's go for 10. All right, there we have it. We're almost there. We've already done 80 push-ups and we just have 2 more sets left. The next variation we're gonna get into is gonna be typewriter push-ups. As you can see, I'm trying to build your strength using exercises that overload the majority of your body weight onto one limb, increasing the difficulty and making you a lot stronger. So let's go ahead and get down. With typewriter push-ups, you wanna stay low. So we're gonna take a wide hand position. We're gonna start like the archer, but we're gonna stay low and we're gonna transfer to the other side, making the opposing arm straight every single time. Keep your core tight. All right, there we have typewriter push-ups. We're down to the last set of push-ups. Last exercise is gonna be push-up shoulder tap for 10 repetitions. Again, building your strength up for what you normally do with 2 arms. Now we're doing with 1, holding our entire body weight up when we get to the top. So let's do a push-up. Tap your shoulder. Getting our arms used to holding our entire body weight onto 1 arm. All right, there we have it, 100 push-ups, the easiest way possible in just a couple minutes. And even with just 10 repetitions of 10 sets, I already have a pump. So if you were able to get through this, congratulations, you just did 100 push-ups. You wanna continue to do this every other morning as soon as you wake up, or at least 4 times a week. Eventually, you're gonna build more muscle, strength, and endurance. You're gonna be able to do more repetitions. I want you to start doing 5 sets of 20 repetitions, then 4 sets of 25 repetitions, then 3 sets of 33, 2 sets of 50, and then finally start working towards that first set, getting closer to 100, eventually just doing 100 in 1 set. And if you stick to it and stay committed, not only are you gonna see major gains in your strength and muscle development, but you're also gonna start moving on to a lot heavier lifts and building the strength for more advanced exercises like the full planche push-up. That's an exercise that you really have to master your pushing motion to unlock. So if that's one of your goals, then start working on this right away. If you enjoyed the video, definitely smash that like button, leave a comment down below, let me know what you want the next video to be about, and share this video with a friend that needs to do 100 push-ups a day. And if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed. I post every single Thursday, 2 p.m. USA Eastern Time. And if you comment within the first 30 minutes, you always have a chance to win some free Harry apparel. And don't forget to get this workout on your phone, as well as full access to all my personal workout routines that I create with specific goals in mind, like burning fat while simultaneously building solid muscle with minimal to no equipment. Make sure you become a member on harrietpro.com to unlock all my programs, and then make sure you download the Harriet Pro app in the App Store or Google Play Store to take the workouts with you everywhere. There's also free workouts and workout programs on the Harrier Pro app, so you can try it out before you become a member. For more of my content during the week, make sure you're following me on IG. Every single post I always do a giveaway, so if you want to be a part of that, make sure you're following me on Instagram. And a last announcement before I go, I'm dropping the very first Harrier collection. A lot of pieces dropping in this Harrier collection you've seen in the videos, like the track pants, the white versions of these, the track pants with the white stripe, the jackets, shorts, and a whole lot more. So stay tuned and get ready for the drop coming, chrisharrier.com, at the end of November. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next Thursday, 2 p.m. USA Eastern Time. Mad love. Peace out.